2024 is a year of extraordinary change. It is a year of immense possibility, and it is an opportunity to really step into the power that we have within ourselves. And before I get into the details of how to accomplish this and what this year is truly about, I want to just very quickly recap about what 2023 was about. And 2023 was so much about shedding so many layers of programming and subconscious conditioning that hijacked our belief systems and suppressed our willpower. You know, we have to really consider, when we look at our history and when we look at our past, of how many millennia we have been told what to think, what to believe, how to act, how to feel, and what we should value. You know, the media has been telling us all of these things for our entire lifetime. And even for older generations, any person that is alive on the planet right now has been alive long enough to have experienced media in some type of a way. And so if you really think about it, through the media, we have been controlled immensely. And 2023 was so much about recognizing this. And it was so much about recognizing our own divine power that we have within ourselves and connecting to that power once again. So think about how much influence the external world or social media or anything has had on your beliefs, on the belief about who you are and what you are. And 2024 has this awakening energy that is here to show you that you are so much more than you have been taught to believe. So this is why, so many things, people, places, mentalities, belief systems, attitudes changed for you in 2023 and changed for many of us in 2023. And this is why 23 was so hard. It was just such a massive shedding and healing and recalibrating and realigning type of energy. That's what we went through in 2023, right? And that was very difficult. So many of us processed through layers upon layers of trauma and unhealed wounds that we have shed, that we left behind in 2023. Recognize where you are today and how far you have come, how different you are as a result of experiencing all of the challenges that you had to experience in 2023. And keep in mind that everything that we move through and that we experience collectively, we're experiencing globally, we're experiencing energetically. So there's some major key factors that are going to become much more evident in 2024 that influence our development and our awakening process. And this is what I'd like to touch on a little bit. And also keep in mind that this earth itself is going through an immense amount of shifting and changing and transformation, right? Energetically. She is up leveling in a major way. And the ongoing pole shift, for example, right? We know that the North Pole is no longer in the North Pole. The magnetic field of this planet has changed immensely. And there's a massive decline in the Earth's magnetic field at this time, which is allowing significantly more light waves and more light codes to enter. All of this weakening or thinning of this magnetic layer that the Earth is surrounded by is giving us this opportunity to receive so much more from the cosmos in terms of energetic upgrading and up-leveling. So it's allowing us to interact with this energy. It's allowing us to harness this energy, to channel it through ourselves, to upgrade us, to up-level us, and to awaken us in a very, very radical way. So it's a very good thing, but it is also causing major disruption, right? It's causing disruptions for the planet. and for the natural world itself, birds act differently and animals are acting differently when the magnetic poles are shifting. And this is a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. It is something that has been unfolding for quite some time. Everything is connected, and everything is energy, and everything is vibration. Now, let's talk a little bit about kind of what's happening or what has been happening. So there has been a major lag in the awakening process for humanity here on Earth. And the reason why there has been this lag or this sort of delay in the amount of people that are awakening is because of this resistance that many have to this awakening process. The resistance humanity has had to this awakening process most definitely comes with repercussions. It's not something we can escape from, right? It's cause and effect. So the more that we resist something, the more that something persists. So this repercussion is something that I believe we're going to feel a lot more significantly in 2024, individually and collectively, especially if you're empathic and very sensitive and you're able to tap in or tune in to the collective energy, then this is something that you're going to feel. I feel it myself. I feel like 2024 has this double-edged sword kind of energy to it. If you align, then to the awakening energies and you choose to do the work to do the awakening, you're going to have an amazing year. And if you choose to resist your awakening, if you choose to stay in like lower vibrational states or thoughts or mentalities, then you're going to have a very difficult year. So that's just simply what I'm picking up on when it comes to the collective and even for myself. But these repercussions, again, to resisting the change, to resisting the awakening, is going to show up as changes that the powers that are will be attempting to force on us. So there's going to be certain changes that are going to be coming in 2024 that I think a lot of us will not like, that will try to be forced upon us. And the other form in which these repercussions are going to come through natural disasters. So it's, natural disasters force us to come together, right? They force us to focus on helping and supporting and loving one another significantly more, right? It kind of, unfortunately, tragedy oftentimes opens our hearts and we innately have this desire to help, right? Many have an innate desire to help when tragedy strikes. And so, unfortunately, certain tragedies and different climate issues are going to take place, I believe, in 2024 for the purpose of bringing us actually closer, bringing us together more to help us realize that, we have strength in numbers and that we feel so much better when we are willing to support and help each other. It's like a very abrupt type of awakening, but it needs to happen, right? Because a lot of people just refuse to awaken. So a lot of people want to follow the status quo and want things to remain the way that they have been for a very long time. So this needs to happen. It's going to activate certain people on a much deeper level. So again, what we resist persists, right? So those that are refusing to take back their power or take control of their lives or love themselves on a deeper level or refuse to be more accepting of others and the differences that we have are going to be really forced into situations which of course we've collectively created this energy, where they're going to have an opportunity to correct this pattern, where you're going to have an opportunity to step up and choose different. And think about this for a moment. The purposeful programming and the censorship and the distraction that we're all subjected to online, for example, it's meant to keep awakening souls distracted with trauma and drama so that you're slowing down the process. This is what is slowing down the process of awakening. The more distracted you are, the more you are focusing on the outside situation and circumstances, the less you are focusing on yourself, the less you are focusing on your divinity and on who you truly are and the wonderful things that you can create in your life, right? So that's what slows down the awakening process and creating a massive lag in the ascension of our consciousness on this planet. So redirecting your energy, and I've made videos about this before, and I've said this before, that, your attention is worth gold. It truly is, because whatever captures your attention is where your energy goes. It is what you feed energetically with your own energy. Your attention is energy, right? So redirecting your attention to taking much better care of yourself, for example, redirecting your attention on creating a truly balanced and harmonious life for yourself in every aspect, okay? Literally every aspect, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, is going to allow you to channel the consciousness that wants to realign you and that wants to realign your life. So this is the time to tap into the energy that is present, to allow this energy to really awaken you to who you truly are, to the love that you actually have for yourself that you didn't know you had for yourself. In other words, the more that you flow with the shift and do the work to up-level yourself, the better your life is going to get in 2024. However, the more you continue to ignore how you feel about things and distract yourself and keep choosing distraction, the more turbulence and difficulty you are going to experience in 2024. So it's very, very black and white this year. This year can be amazing or it can be disastrous. And it's going to be different for each of us based on what we choose, because never ever forget that we all have divine free will. That means we each get to choose whether we are participating in this ascension or not participating in the ascension. But just keep in mind that there's consequences and repercussions to whatever you choose. So if you choose to participate, to up-level in a major way, then your consequences are going to be very positive and are going to yield results that you never thought possible for yourself before. So this is definitely a year to choose wisely, to really start to realize and understand that your choices very much matter and dictate the type of life that you are going to create for yourself and experience as a result. There is a massive consciousness shift that yearns to unravel and realign life on this planet. And there's also a great opposition to this from the powers that be. There are powers that be that want us to stay sleeping, that do not want us to awaken, that want us to continue to consume and be consumers and shop and focus on external things that don't matter. That's why there's so much distraction with, why do you think all these websites keep popping up like Temu and Wish and all these websites that essentially sell garbage so that you can have this dopamine hit, from buying some useless thing that is either going to break on you really fast or that you're just going to toss aside in a matter of minutes or weeks after purchasing it, right? So don't allow yourself to get distracted by this stuff. Buying things is not where it's at. That's not what this energy and this year is about. The opposition will create a rocky road for us at times that we must prepare for. There is a certain level of preparation, I believe, in 2024 that needs to happen for humanity. We need to become way more self-sufficient, way more self-sustaining, so that we don't have to rely so much on external things or external people to provide things for us. Because the moment that you are forced to rely upon somebody else is the moment that your power is taken away. In that moment, you do not have control. You do not have power, right? So, and that power is what needs to be reclaimed now in 2024, and what Spirit is guiding us to reclaim in 2024. Like, hey, can you start growing your own food? Hey, can you start making a little garden for yourself where you can at least provide some basic things for your family? Can you maybe keep a couple of chickens where you can have your own fresh eggs every day, where you can have Perhaps even some animals if you have a bigger property. We need to become more self-sufficient again. We need to learn how to take care of ourselves once again, because we're capable of doing this. We've just gotten so used to being lazy. We've gotten so used to the convenience of, running to a grocery store and getting what you need, and, going to different places to buy all kinds of things that you need or perhaps don't need. These are nothing more than constructs that were built for us and that we were purposely gotten used to, so that we become dependents on a higher power, on something that is above us, while they make massive profits and we remain slaves to their systems. The more you turn inward at this time and in this year, beginning now, immediately, the more you allow the incoming cosmic energies to activate you and work through any remaining personal issues that you have, any insecurities that you have, and the lighter that is going to make your energy field, you energetically. And the lighter you are energetically, the more good you can attract to yourself, right? That's simply how it works. What you see in your external world, what you experience as your daily life, is all your creation. And there is huge awareness in 2024 that is coming in about this, and I can feel it already right now. The greater system, think of this: Earth, the sun, and our galaxy is always in perfect harmony. It doesn't even need to seek to be in harmony. It just is. And it's all meant to be moving as one, harmoniously and peacefully. There's such a desire for this universal flow to be allowed to flow. And we, as individual humans, as individual channels, we allow or disallow that flow. We either harmonize with it, take it in, and participate and give flow back, or we resist it and continuously stop the flow. So our orientation in life, our attitude towards life, our recognition that everything is vibration and everything is energy is what needs to happen now. It's what needs to come back online now within us. We need to realize that we are part of a greater system that is always balanced, that is always harmonious. It is only us that is not harmonious. It is only our thoughts and our beliefs that are not harmonious, causing disruption and allowing that disruption to ripple out into the universe. And we are going to remain unbalanced until we actually accept this truth, until we realize that we are the creators of the mess that we live in. As humanity, our job is to acknowledge and anchor in the power, the love, and the light that is within us, that was within you from the moment that you were born. And we do this through meditation. We do this through prayer. We do this through our actions, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs. So 2024 will be an essential time for the reactivation of the Christ consciousness. And this reactivation is happening within our hearts, within the heart space, and living from that energy. That's how the reactivation can happen. It's the only energy that can weave a pathway through the disturbance, the darkness, and the density that we are currently experiencing on this planet. It is only Christ consciousness. And this has nothing to do with religion. Nothing at all. Christ consciousness equals love energy, unconditional love. That's what Christ consciousness is having true unconditional love for the self. And that love means having boundaries. That love means being assertive. That love means taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, the whole thing. That love means a lot of things and can be defined in a lot of different ways. So in any confusing and triggering situation, drop into your heart and let it guide you through. If there's something you're not sure about, someone you're not sure about, if you're not sure what to do or how to go about a situation, just drop into your heart and kind of tune into the energy of your heart and kind of ask yourself, like, what would my heart do in this situation? What does my heart desire to do in this situation? If I can just look at the situation, whether it's positive or negative, if I can look at it from a loving perspective, how would I handle it? Through love. Because you can kindly say no. You can assert yourself and set boundaries in a kind, positive way. We don't need to experience conflict. How the other person responds to it is not your job to worry about. We also need to keep in mind that karma is the reason why we're all here at this time. Karma is like this doorway that you need to go through in order to advance, right? It's essential to accept that we create all disharmony within our lives. We create it for ourselves. Nobody creates it for us. So the blame game doesn't work anymore. 2024 is about acknowledging your power to change things. And you can only change something if you're willing to accept responsibility for it. That is the only way it's going to happen. So any circumstance in your life that is disharmonious at this time is because of the karmic energy that you have accumulated and stored. It is energy that is within your field. And any situation that arises for you this year that is difficult, just know that it is arising only for your awareness, okay? It's not to screw you over. It's not to give you a hard time. It is only to make you aware of something that you are not handling appropriately, or it's to make you aware of perhaps how you are handling situations and whether that works or not. Do you handle situations from a loving perspective, or do you immediately get defensive and blame others when something goes sideways? So all difficult situations are going to be about taking responsibility for your part that you have played in it. Taking ownership of what takes place in your life, confronting it and working through it in order to advance through the blockage will be the only way forward. So don't allow yourself to be distracted mentally through social media or emotionally through comfort cravings. Resist being lulled into limitation. Absolutely resist it. Do not allow comfort things to keep you stuck, to keep you where you have been. The bulk of human consciousness is lagging behind the realigning flow right now, which is bound to create turbulence, right? And that's something that we also need to take responsibility for. So, and just to keep it real, many are not ready to align with the awakening energies at this time. And that's okay. Again, we all have personal choice, right? And those that are not ready to align with their greater awakening are going to experience difficulty. They simply will. Again, resistance is not going to work anymore. So if you resonate with, my videos, and if you resonate with this channel, then you are someone who is definitely in alignment. You are someone who is definitely ready to awaken and perhaps just needs a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, or just needs the right information to help you understand what you are moving through. But if you're sitting here watching this, then you are most definitely ready to ascend to a much higher level, to awaken all of the power, all of the love, all of the light that you have within yourself. Be vigilant in choosing to align so that you can become the bridge between what was and what will be. Those that are willing to do the work right now, those that are willing to tap into their personal power and tap into the love and the light within themselves, those individuals are going to be creating a bridge between the lower and higher timelines. And we're going to create these bridges collectively, because what needs to happen for humanity is we need to anchor this energy in. We anchor it in. Why? Because our feet touch the ground. We anchor this energy into the planet through our own bodies, through our own energy systems that are connected to the energy system of the planet. So do you see how we create the bridge? You create the bridge through embodiment, through embodying light, love, and personal power. So it's integral. It's extremely important for us to be doing this work. We are going through a collective ascension for a reason. And the thing that kind of boggles my mind a little bit is the people that are resisting. It's like, I don't understand. Like, do you like suffering? Right? I want to ask them that question, because the people that resist, they're not happy. Do you think they're happy? I see tons of people out there that resist growth and that are resisting ascension. And all I see is how incredibly unhappy they are, because they're not tapped into their own potential, to their own creativity, to who they actually can be. They're not tapped into that. So resistance is futile, but it's a personal choice. Become the bridge for Christ consciousness. Allow this energy to guide you, to channel through you, to be anchored into you, and to be anchored into this planet through you, through your feelings, through your thoughts, through your actions, because that's what really matters. That is how you create your life. You create your life through your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, right? What you do has a result. What you don't do has a result. And this energy is going to be reflected in your relationships and how you choose to live and work. So the ones that are choosing to tap into this Christ consciousness energy, and the ones that are willing to work with this Christ consciousness energy, are going to most definitely be choosing a different life for themselves. They're going to be choosing different experiences. They're going to be selective about the relationships that they have and relationships that they give to. If you have already spent a great deal of time in 2023 releasing and letting go and purging relationships, people, situations, jobs, anything that felt disharmonious, anything that felt out of alignment with you, then you are already well on your way into up-leveling and anchoring in this Christ consciousness energy. But it moves through you first, through that choice to make those changes that are tough to make at times, especially because the programming has been so deeply ingrained for most of us, right? But above all, above everything that I have just said, 2024 will be a year of extraordinary possibility. Again, it's just a choice to align. But if you choose to align, then this year is going to yield extraordinary possibilities for you. The energy is driving us to new heights and new revelations. There is going to be so much discovery, so much understanding of who you are as an individual, as a soul, and what you came here to do, and what your mission is, and what your passions are, and what really lights you up, and what fulfills you, and what makes your heart sing, and what makes you feel absolutely in love. There's going to be so much revelation of that. You are going to know yourself on such a level that you have never known yourself before. That's the opportunity that 24 brings for us, for each of us, every single one of us. All we have to do is choose to align. Trust the direction that your heart is guiding you. If there's something that you feel you need to let go, person, job, situation, things, let them go. Absolutely let them go, and trust where your heart is guiding you. Keep an eye out for the signs and the synchronicities that are going to be in alignment with what your heart is guiding you to do, or where your heart is guiding you to go, because you're going to receive specific signs and synchronicities through nature, through, perhaps other people, through this video, through all kinds of different things. You're going to receive signs that you are on track, that what you are feeling inside, or what you are called to be focusing on, is correct and is in alignment with you. Allow your inherent sense of creativity to come through, okay? Because that's the other energy for 2024, is so much about creative energy and about channeling our own divinity through our creativity. So that's a major theme for 2024. So even if you don't believe that you're a creative person, do whatever you are inspired to do. If you feel like doing some kind of a creative endeavor of any kind, then do it. And remember, everything is creation, right? Sewing, knitting, painting, right? Creativity is not just artistic. It's all kinds of different things that fit into the creation category. You know, putting a course together, writing poems, whatever. Those are all, anything that you make from zero is creation, is creativity. So what are you being invited to be now? Who are you being invited to be now in this year? Tap into that. What does that feel like? Who do I feel like I want to embody? What version of myself do I feel like I want to embody in 2024? What new hobby or art does your soul call for you to take up? Even if you're not skilled, begin it anyway. It helps to deconstruct your hardwiring, making your consciousness more malleable for innovation and growth. Do it. It doesn't matter that you suck at it. Just do it if you feel called to do it. Create simply for the sake of creating, because that creation is going to lead you somewhere. Allow it to lead you somewhere. We are building a new paradigm day by day, literally. When you feel excited, when you feel adventurous, when you feel animated, these feelings, these high vibrational feelings, are what shift your paradigm from day to day and are what move you closer and closer to ascension and allow you to ascend. So let these energies course through you and give them creative channels through which you can express them. Allow yourself to express them. This is how you'll create a new way for yourself with oodles of new possibilities. Possibilities that are going to seem like miracles that just literally show up out of nowhere. Seemingly nowhere. So I very much encourage you to venture into this highly alchemical and adventurous year, knowing that the challenges that show up for you are things that are just needing to be processed, released, looked at in a different way, dealt with in a different way. They're also inviting you to recognize your power to change them. So I wish you an incredibly productive 2024, and I hope that you choose to tap in to this available energy. I hope that you choose to tap in to your own personal power and tap out of fear and really let yourself dream beyond limitation, so far beyond limitation, and just allow yourself to explore who you truly are, connect to who you truly are, and then align your life, your mind, your heart, your soul to that version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you that tune in. I appreciate the fact that you are able to give time and energy to watching this video and that you are willing to work on up-leveling yourself. Thank you also for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for liking the videos, for sharing the videos, and thank you for commenting. I always appreciate the beautiful comments that I see. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.